There are less than 6 months left in 2021. Here are my Xbox and PlayStation predictions to round out the year. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are well. Today I wanted to give you 5 predictions for the rest of 2021 pertaining to Xbox and PlayStation. This was essentially triggered by the fact that we are hearing rumors of a PlayStation event coming later this American summer, in the next few weeks, maybe the next month or so. In my most recent video, I gave my thoughts on what PlayStation needs to do to really satisfy the PlayStation fan base and position themselves well going into 2022. And one of my predictions is going to be that. So I thought to myself, why don't I make a couple of other predictions for the year of 2021? Obviously, I really started making content for this channel only a month or so ago, so I wasn't able to make predictions at the start of the year. So I thought I'd jump in halfway and give you some predictions for the rest of the calendar year. I'm going to jump over to my sheet now and run through them. I'll start with number 1, and that is Sony will reveal its, or at least most of its 2022 roadmap, and my predictions are that Horizon Forbidden West will be delayed to early 2022. By early, I mean before March 31st of 2022. I've got a feeling it's in February, but just to keep the prediction safe, I'll say the first 3 months. Gran Turismo 7 will land in the American spring of 2022. Forspoken from Square Enix, which is a PlayStation console exclusive, will land in the American summer of 2022, and the new God of War game will release in the American fall of 2022, so somewhere in the September to November timeframe. I think probably my guess would be the September or November. I just got a feeling that PlayStation VR 2 will land in October, so they'll probably want to position God of War around that. So yeah, we'll see. That is basically my prediction for PlayStation's 2022 roadmap. I think we'll see other games than those 4 as well, exclusively from them or from their partners. Ghostwire Tokyo was meant to land this year. That's probably going to be a 2022 title. Maybe we see some other second-party partners jump in as well, and of course there'll be some other indie and sort of like lower profile partnerships that will drop as exclusives for them as well. And on top of that, the PlayStation VR 2 launch sort of slate for them. So that's my first prediction. Prediction number 2, I think Xbox Game Pass subscriptions surpass 30 million before the end of the year. Now, I actually think that's actually a pretty safe prediction. The last confirmed number we had from Microsoft was 18 million at the start of this year, which was recorded up until the end of December 31st. I think it was for their Q2 financials earnings, which runs October to December. So we will hear what the final number is at the end of 2021 in early 2022, but I would like to just keep the predictions to this year. So I think maybe in their Q1 2022 financial earnings, which should be for the end of September, and we'll hear about them in October, that they will communicate that 30 million Xbox Game Pass subscribers have been achieved, essentially. There were unconfirmed reports that they had hit 23 million around April this year, which puts them on track to at least be gaining more than 1 million subscribers per month. Now, I think that that's something they can easily achieve moving forward, particularly because we see bigger titles launching into Game Pass over the next 5 to 6 months, like Psychonauts, Age of Empires, Back 4 Blood, Halo, and Forza. And we know that Microsoft is planning to deliver an Xbox Game Pass cloud gaming app to iOS via the browser and TVs before the end of the year as well. I think if you time that well with a free-to-play Halo game, that obviously they could get a late surge at the end of 2021 as well. So that's my, I think, pretty safe prediction. They'll hit more than 30 million Game Pass subscribers before the end of the year. Prediction number 3, I think Naughty Dog will reveal its Last of Us multiplayer project before the end of the year. I don't think it arrives this year, but I think it is revealed. Maybe it lands in 2022. I've got a feeling if that roadmap that I just discussed earlier is true, that maybe they hold it for early 2023, and maybe we get some beta testing within 2022, but it is, looking to be a multiplayer experience only, so maybe it's something that can fit in nicely amongst those other single player titles. We know that Naughty Dog likes to take their time, right? So I'm not expecting it in 2022. I think it'll be a pleasant surprise if it lands then. We also know that Naughty Dog likes to have somewhat of a decent, lengthy communication timeline with their games, right? I don't think there have been many titles that have been revealed and then shipped within the following 12 months. I think Uncharted Lost Legacy might be the closest one. I'd have to go back and double check that. I think that is the shortest communication timeline they've had. Obviously, Last of Us Part 2 was revealed, I believe, way back in 2017 or 18, and then wasn't shipped until 2020. So I think it could be revealed later this year and then ship maybe in 2023. That's my prediction. We'll just have to wait and see. Prediction number 4, back onto Xbox. My prediction is Halo Infinite eclipses 25 million players before the end of 2021. And that sounds like a really huge number, but I think given the context of how many platforms the game is shipping on and the fact that the multiplayer will be free to play is actually quite achievable. Halo has a huge groundswell of positivity going into launch, and of course that could change depending on what they show between now and release. We still don't have an exact release date for the game, though Phil Spencer has noted that the team is confident in their holiday release window. It's just a matter of discerning exactly when in the 3 to 4 week window that they're working to, the game will actually land. I've got a feeling it's late November, before Black Friday, but after Forza Horizon 5 and after the Xbox's 20th anniversary, which is November 15. I think they want to get it out in November still and probably not push it into December. We'll just have to wait and see. 25 million players I think is actually really achievable. The game is shipping on Xbox One, the Series consoles, and PC for the first time, and the multiplayer will be free to play. I think Xbox, if they are able to achieve player numbers that high, they will communicate it before the end of the year. Something like, hey, Halo Infinite has achieved X million players within its first 2 weeks or its first month or before the end of the year. So I think that's really achievable for them, and I'm really excited for them. Obviously, Halo has been somewhat on a downward trend ever since the launch of Halo 4 and Halo 5, and even the launch issues that plagued the Master Chief Collection that have since been rectified for the most part. So I think this is Halo's moment to shine. It is its 20th anniversary as well this year, so there's a lot of pressure on 343 to deliver, but what we've seen of the game so far is looking really promising, and we're hearing that maybe we'll be getting insider flighting details soon as well. And prediction number 5, here are my predictions for what I think will be the Game of the Year nominees at the 2021 Game Awards in December. Now, of course, this isn't, the be all and end all of what, the industry believes is the best game for 2021, but of all the awards shows that are currently hosted, it draws the most eyes, and so I thought this is the one worth predicting. Over the last 3 years, the Game Awards have held 6 Game of the Year nominees in that category. Before that, it was 5, so I will stick to 6 this time, and I will let you know what I think will be the winner as well. I think the nominees this year will be 12 Minutes, Forza Horizon 5, Hitman 3, Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, Returnal, and It Takes Two. And I think the game that takes the crown is It Takes Two. The game has a swell of positivity around it. It reviewed very well. I think it has an 89 on Metacritic, so almost universal praise for the game. Joseph Fares, the game's director, obviously no stranger to the Game Awards and a good friend of Jeff Keighley's. Not saying that will play in any factor to the awards. The game has just been reviewing fantastically, and everyone who plays it has a fantastic time and mentioned how meaningful the experience was to experience it with their partner or one of their good friends or someone they're really close with. It seems to have achieved a lot for co-op games and really just delivered a really special experiences. I think, Ratchet and Clank Returnal, they have a really good shot as well. There have been a couple of issues, with those games, particularly around launch, that sort of knocked it down, just a couple of tech issues and bugs. Forza Horizon 5, obviously we get to see, and 12 Minutes for that matter as well, yet to see how those games actually land. I'm just really confident that both of those games will be really well received by critics and community alike, and I think it is high time that Forza Horizon 5 receives the recognition that it deserves. Forza Horizon 4 is one of the best racing games of all time, and looking back, I'm really shocked that it wasn't nominated for Game of the Year in 2018 when it originally launched. So I think Forza Horizon 5 is the game to really step up and and take sort of receive that recognition that I think many people would say it deserves. So those are my predictions for the Game of the Year nominees for the Game Awards this year, and those are my 5 predictions for the rest of 2021. Let me know in the comments below how crazy you think I am, or how stupid you think I might be, or maybe how on the money I might be as well. Let me know your predictions as well. I'm most keen to hear from you about what you think the nominees will be for Game of the Year this year as well. Let me know what you've been enjoying most also. If you are enjoying this content, guys, firstly, thanks so much for tuning in. It would mean so much to me if you subscribed and hit that like button, so it could help the algorithm get to more viewers as well, and really help grow the channel. I've had a lot of fun doing content for the channel over the last couple of months, and there'll be plenty more on the way as well. But until next time, happy gaming.